The Atlantic Ocean is one of the most documented bodies of water on Earth. It's mapped by satellites, tracked by sensors, and crossed every day by ships and aircraft, and yet it still swallows vessels without a trace. Among the most unsettling of these cases are the so-called ghost ships of the Atlantic, advanced sailing yachts that vanished right in the middle of record-breaking attempts, leaving behind only silence, fragments, or nothing at all. These weren't ancient wooden ships, lost to myth and legend. They were modern craft, equipped with satellite communications, emergency beacons, and GPS tracking. They were captained by experienced sailors who understood the risks of the open ocean better than almost anyone. They departed with confidence, precision planning, and the expectation that every single mile would be logged and monitored. And then, somewhere between continents, they disappeared. In many of these cases, the story ends with a final, routine transmission, a simple position update, a brief message about the weather conditions, a calm voice reporting their progress and speed. Nothing unusual, nothing alarming at all. Then, communication just stops. Rescue coordination centers wait, assuming it's just a temporary signal loss. But the hours turn into days. The days turn into massive search operations. And eventually, the ocean offers no answers. What makes these disappearances so profoundly disturbing is the complete absence of evidence. There are no distress calls, no activated emergency beacons, no large debris fields that could help reconstruct an accident. In some cases, the vessels are later found drifting, completely intact but empty. Food is left untouched. Navigation systems are still powered on. Personal belongings are right where they were left, as if the crew just stepped away for a moment. One leading theory points to sudden, extreme environmental events. The Atlantic is capable of producing rogue waves, literal walls of water that rise without warning, towering far above the surrounding seas. A single, brutal impact from a wave like that could sweep a sailor overboard in seconds, leaving absolutely no time to trigger an alarm. In a solo record attempt, this scenario becomes especially deadly. With no one left on board, the boat just sails on, unmanned and silent. Of course, weather systems also play a massive role. Rapid drops in pressure, violent squalls, and powerful microbursts can overwhelm even the strongest vessels. These record attempt yachts are built for speed, not for survival under prolonged, punishing conditions. A catastrophic knockdown, or a full inversion, could damage critical systems instantly, cutting off all communication before any distress signal could ever be sent out. But not all of these cases fit neatly into weather-based explanations. Some of the disappearances happened in relatively stable conditions, with no major storms recorded anywhere in the area. Their last known positions showed steady, solid progress. The crews were incredibly experienced. The vessels were performing perfectly, and yet they vanished as completely as if they had just slipped out of reality itself. We also can't ignore human factors. Extreme fatigue alters perception and reaction time. Sleep deprivation can lead to disorientation, hallucinations, and severely impaired judgment. A tired sailor might attempt a risky maneuver, underestimate a wave, or move on deck without clipping in their safety lines. Out there, one single misstep is all it takes. The ocean doesn't announce when it claims someone. Then there is the unsettling possibility of collisions with unseen hazards. Shipping containers that have fallen overboard, abandoned fishing gear, and other partially submerged debris drift silently across the ocean's highways. At the high speeds these yachts travel, an impact can be devastating. A sudden breach below the waterline could flood a vessel in minutes, giving the crew little to no time to respond. Search and rescue efforts often face impossible odds. The Atlantic is vast beyond our comprehension. Ocean currents can disperse any debris over hundreds of miles in just a few days. Even with aircraft, ships, and satellite data, finding a small racing yacht is like searching for a needle in a moving, churning haystack. When these searches are eventually called off, families are left without closure, suspended forever between hope and grief. When you look at these cases together, patterns do start to emerge. Many disappearances occur during periods of intense fatigue accumulation. Many involve solo or short-handed crews. Many happen far from major shipping routes, where rescue response times are the longest. And almost all of them share the same haunting detail: a sudden, complete, and total silence. The term ghost ship carries a sense of myth, but these are modern tragedies. They are a stark reminder that technology doesn't eliminate risk, it only reshapes it. Every single system aboard a vessel depends on a human being staying conscious, capable, and alive to use it. In the end, the Atlantic keeps its secrets well. It offers no final messages, no clear explanations, and no neat conclusions. Just empty coordinates on a map, and questions that will never be answered. Each vanished vessel becomes part of a growing list of maritime mysteries, where ambition met an ocean that doesn't forgive mistakes or acknowledge records. These ghost ships serve as quiet, chilling warnings that even in our age of satellites and instant communication, the sea can still erase people without leaving a single trace. And that, for every transatlantic record that's celebrated, there are other voyages that ended, not with applause, but with a silence that stretches endlessly across the water. Thanks for watching. If you found this story compelling, please consider subscribing for more explorations into the unknown. We'll see you next time.